Hi, my name is Mark and welcome back to Pepple's Potager. So today is March 24th, and usually by the middle of March or the end of March I've usually already started this, but today's video is going to be about growing potatoes in bags. So all I really do is I go out to Lowe's or Home Depot, or you can even order seed potatoes from catalogs, but I go out and I buy small boxes of seed potatoes. These are Norland Red seed potatoes, and they're only about $4, and they have the instructions on the back on how to plant them. But basically I just grow these in green grow bags like I have right here. Okay, so once you open up the box, this is what your seed potatoes will look like. And you'll see that they all have some new growth coming off of them, and that's where you'll grow your new potatoes from. So what you'll do is you'll put some potting mix inside the bag, and then you'll cover these seed potatoes up with the soil, and then you'll water them real good. And another reason you would want to use seed potatoes instead of just getting any old potatoes from the store and cutting them up yourself is that seed potatoes are certified disease-free, so you won't have to worry about any diseases or any kind of fungus or anything like that being on your seed potatoes. So buying them like this ensures that they are all disease-free. Okay, so I filled the bag with several inches of potting soil, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to place at least 4 seed potatoes in each bag. And we're going to place them to where the sprouts are sitting up. And that's where the new potatoes will come off of. There's 2. Alright, so there's 4 in one bag, and then I have 2 more bags that I'm going to fill up. So I have about 16 seed potatoes altogether, so 12 of them will be going in the 3 bags that I have, and then I'll probably use the rest of them, and what I'll do with those is I'll probably put them in pots instead of bags, because you can not only can you grow potatoes in bags, but you can also grow them in just about any pot that you can find. So once you've got the seed potatoes placed where you want them, then you want to put more potting mix on top of the seed potatoes. So you'll put another several inches on top of those seed potatoes, and then you'll water them really good, and then you'll wait for them to sprout through the soil. And once they get up to about 6 inches above the soil, you want to put more topsoil in the bag. And as the potatoes grow higher and higher, you'll keep adding more soil until you get to the top of the bag, until the bag is completely filled with soil. Okay, so with the leftover seed potatoes that I had from putting them in the bags, I'm actually going to place those in pots. And so it's basically the same concept as putting them in the bag, just put them in the bottom of the pot and cover them with soil, and then water them real good. So the process is pretty much the same thing. And there you go. Okay, so I finished putting all of my seed potatoes in the bags. I've covered them up with soil, and the ones I had left over I actually put in the pots back there, and I covered them all up. So now all we got to do is water them real good. And then we'll wait for them to sprout to the top of the soil, and then we'll keep adding soil as the plants keep getting higher and higher. and then once they reach the top of the bag, then we'll stop adding the soil. And then after that, it's just wait for harvest time. So today I'm going to be adding more potting soil to the potatoes that I've been growing in bags here. And as you can see, the plants have grown quite a bit and in these 2.5 weeks. And so as the potato plants get bigger, you want to keep adding potting soil around the plants. And you want to do that until the plants reach the top of the bag. So the more it grows, the more potting soil you add. And eventually the plants will grow completely to the top of the bag. And then once the plants die off, then you can harvest your potatoes. So all I'm really going to do is I'm going to take some more of the Miracle-Gro potting soil, and I'm just going to add it to the rest of the bag here and fill the potting soil all the way up to near the top of the plants. And as you can see, this bag here I've already filled up, and as you can see, I filled it all the way up to nearly the top of the potato plants. And that's what you want to do. You want to keep adding more and more potting soil to the bag until it reaches the top. And then we'll wait till about June and we'll harvest them. So I wanted to do a quick update on how well the potatoes are doing that I started in bags. And I started the potatoes about 6 or 7 weeks ago. And every week I've been adding soil to the bag until it gets close to the top of the bag. And as you can see, the potting soil is near the top of the bag, so I'm probably not going to add any more to it. But at this point, I'm just going to let them grow and do their thing. Pretty soon they'll probably be flowering. And when the plants flower, that's about the time some people pick new potatoes. New potatoes are potatoes that you pick when the plants are flowering. Or you can wait till the plants die off and harvest all your potatoes then. New potatoes that are picked when the potatoes flower are actually much softer than when you harvest them at the end of your harvest when all the plants have died. So I'd say give it about another month, and most of these plants will die off and turn yellow, and then we'll turn the bags over and then we'll harvest them and we'll see what we got. I also had some in pots just behind the bags there, and they're doing very well. So it's been about 3 months since I planted the potatoes in these 3 bags here. I also planted some in pots in the greenhouse, and I'm going to show you how those look as well. But as you can see, a lot of these plants have died off. A few of them are still green, but most of them have died. And when potatoes, the tops of the potatoes die off like this, that means it's ready to harvest. Alright, so before I get started here, I need to clip off all the old foliage from the tops of the potatoes here. Alright, so here we go. I've dumped the first bag of potatoes in the wheelbarrow here, or in the wagon. We're going to see what we got. Alright, there's a decent sized potato there. And I'm just going to throw them in this pot I have here. There's a small one there. Alright, there's a nice large potato there. This one here that looks like it's been rotten is actually one of the seed potatoes. So you'll definitely want to throw those out. It's no good. Alright, so that's all we really got for the first bag of potatoes. And so far that's not too good, actually. I was hoping for a little bit better than that, but I got 2 other bags over here I need to open. so let's go ahead and get those and see how they're doing. Alright, so this is bag number 2. Let's see how well that one's doing. Okay, so that's what I got from the second bag. So far, not very impressed. Things don't look like they're going very well. I feel like I should have got more out of these, but most of the potatoes seem to be towards the bottom of the bag, and not very many of them formed further up inside the bag. Alright, so this is bag number 3, and looks like we got quite a few large potatoes in this one. Two nice ones there. Okay, it looks like that's all we got out of the third bag, and probably about the same amount as we got from the other ones. So now I'm going to go ahead and empty the pots that was growing them in as well. Alright, so these are the ones that have been growing in the pots. As you can see, the tops are starting to die on these as well. Not totally or completely dead, but I'm going to go ahead and harvest them because they'll probably be dead within the week. I'm going to go ahead and cut the tops off of these. Alright, so let's go ahead and dump these pots and see what we got here. Alright, so I got some nice large potatoes in the bottom of these pots here. Alright, let's empty the other pot. Alright, nice large potato there. Looks like these pots were almost doing better than the bags were. Alright, so there you have it. That's what was in the 2 pots I had in the greenhouse. And some of these are quite large. It seems like the 2 pots did better than some of the bags I grew them in. Okay, so in total this is how much potatoes I got out of the bags and the pots. And I feel like it could have been a lot better, so it's somewhat disappointing. Maybe next time I'll just try pots, or maybe I'll fertilize the potatoes more. Okay, so that's it. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.